Hey guys, welcome back to Up the Holler. Uh, New project we got today is actually um, Jacob, my son. He picked up a couple real mowers from the tractor show we went to Brownsville, Pennsylvania. Um, One of them is a Rio mower. It's REO, a Rio Royale. And this other one that we've been working on or we've started working on here, is a Sears and Roebuck. And these are supposed to be from the 1950s, somewhere in there. Um, the one here I'll show you right here in just a second, but the one here from Sears and Roebuck has a old 1950s Briggs and Stratton engine on it, and the other one has a Rio brand engine that's kind of um, unique because it actually has a slanted cylinder, on a 45-degree angle or so. Um, Both pretty interesting. I didn't think a whole lot about them when he come to me and said he found a project that he wanted to get. So we go over to talk to the guy about it, and I was thinking I was going to have to give $100 bill for some kind of piece of junk or something. I didn't know anything about. But both the engines turned over freely, so at least they weren't locked up. And yeah, he struck the deal up with the guy and ended up getting them for like $2. So hey, we loaded them up, brought them home, and we're going to see what we can do with them. So I'll show y'all what we got here. Now this one here is the Rio. You can see the name still on it right there, and has this pretty interesting looking little engine on it. Now that's not the original gas cap. Jake stuck that on there. That's actually a oil cap off of a Gravely. We gotta get the right gas cap for it. But you know, kind of an interesting little engine. You see there let me turn it on around. You can see the way it's angled here. There you go. Yeah, and you can see got wooden rollers on it. So that's a little different. And interesting looking little gas tank. Like I said, not exactly sure of the year. I can see there's an engine tag in there. Maybe we get to clean this up. We can figure all that out. But I think it's safe to say that, it's around in the 1950s. So that's going to be pretty interesting to get in onto this one. And over here on the lift is the other one. Now, when we first picked this up, we thought this was a Rio also. You can see we've already got this in the park, kind of tinkering around with it. But as I got to looking into it, this is actually not how well this will show up here. Um, this actually says You look down at the bottom, you can make out Sears and Roebuck and Company, USA. And there's like model number or whatever for it. So it's pretty interesting. Just kind of a testament to the fact that, well, I say that, but it's not running yet. But you just look at how, even this little real mower, how heavy duty it's made. You know, you see, got drive chains for the wheels and stuff like that. Now, we already took the belt off. It goes here. That's for your PTO. So, you know, that makes sense though, because it's like a clutch, you know, so it can slip if something happens. But yeah, Jake, I'm just trying to let him do most of the work on it, you know, and I'm kind of supervising him a little bit. You know, this is getting to be his thing. He actually turned down a trip to Dollywood so he could stay here to work on this stuff. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna stay here with him, and this is what we're gonna work on. But plus, he's kind of enjoying being the star on a YouTube video. So, but anyway, that's about it for now. I mean, we're going to try to work on it some this evening, but just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up on what we had going on here. We'll try to get spark on this thing this evening if we can.
So, I already started loosening this oil bath air cleaner. I thought I'd take it off first since it's right on top of the carburetor.
Well, I tell you what, how about you start telling us what you got here, where you got it from, and what your intentions are here.
Call up this here, we've got another one sitting out there. This here is called a Rio. That's the initials on the man. I forgot what it stood for.
Yeah, I'll put a screenshot of the thing we read, the little information on them. Okay. I'll put it in the video.
Well, yeah, this thing's like from the 50s. It's like a rotary motor, except it's motorized.
Yeah, this one's actually a real mower. Let's see, down here it's got the reels. It's kind of hard to see there, but that's what that is. And this particular one has a little Briggs & Stratton engine on it.
The other one has the actual brand engine called a Rio engine.
Yeah, the other one has a Rio engine on it, which actually has a angled cylinder head.
I'm sure you can maybe imagine what that looks like.
Yeah, well,
bigger gas tank too. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this oil bath air cleaner off. Maybe clean that up. Yeah, you can see inside that.
It's pretty nasty looking at.
Big chunks,
Yeah, we'll get all that cleaned up and put some fresh oil in it.
Set that down there. Probably need a new gasket too. Look at this thing. This thing's more slap out.
Yeah, we got gaskets. So what are you gonna do first after doing that? Now what?
Well, now we need to take the carburetor off.
Okay, that is the funkiest looking carburetor I've ever seen in my life.
Look at it. It sticks out.
I've never seen anything like. Yeah, no, let's see. Is that?
When you figured this thing out.
No, this ain't the carburetor.
What is it? Well, where's the carburetor?
I guess. Well, maybe it is. No, it can't be. No,
you can't see anywhere else.
It's back here behind this.
No, I can look in there. Like you can see through this side. So, what we got here is gotta be the weirdest carburetor that there has ever been made.
Well, it's definitely a funky carburetor.
Yeah.
So let's start by see if we can get that screw out.
Okay. Well, that turned easy.
And then it's got one on the other side too.
No, that one's been unscrewed out.
No, there's one on the other side. I've seen it.
Sure.
Well, unless it's missing one.
It's missing one. See?
But there's one right down here on the bottom. It might only have two. I can't really tell. Maybe that carburetor was made to go on a different engine. They had the other ones. You set it down there. Let me get this screw from this side.
It's okay. I'll get it.
You're gonna have to come right through here to get it.
Right through here?
Yep. See it?
Yep.
It's already coming loose, ain't it?
Yep. That thing has a ton of grease on it. I'll show it to you.
So now,
it's a very greasy nut and bolt.
I just turn that up like that and get our linkage unhooked.
Alright, so we're going to be taking the carburetor off the gas tank now. We got to unscrew a couple screws to be able to. This one and this one. Starting with the one towards the back.
Lift washer.
Oh. I didn't notice it. Put that down with it. Alright, moving to next. The itsy bitsy carburetor puts gas in the engine.
Separate them.
Oh, there's the feeding.
So it's the pickup tube.
I think that's a little filter there.
Yep, little screen. Boy, I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like that before.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go dump the water out of this gas tank. Okay, so next we're gonna be taking this engine cover off. The main reason why is if you look, it stops like that. I think it's meant to turn like this.
See, it'll turn. It'll turn freely, and then
it'll make like one rotation.
Every now and then it's catching. See, it's turning, and then every now and then it'll catch. And we're gonna take this cover off just to see if there might be.
I think you kind of freed it up.
Walnut shells or something inside there holding it.
When you turned it, you kind of freed it up.
Here, let me get you.
There it goes.
Let me get a wrench.
Okay.
See if this one fits it.
All right.
Too big?
Yep, too big.
Try this one.
This one looks like it might work. There we go. There's one. He's working on the carburetor over there.
Yeah, we got the carburetor soaking in some Kim dip over there.
That one's got more grit and grime on it. Other one.
Let's see if that thing might. I don't know if it's got one on the bottom or not.
There it goes. Oh yeah. Looks like we just got ourselves into something very interesting.
Okay, look here. Let me show. Not as bad as I thought, but you can see there is some old nasty junk stuck down in there.
There it goes.
So we'll have to clean the magneto up a little bit there.
This the magneto?
That's the coil. This. Okay, we've
I found one.
we tried. You gotta use that one.
Oh.
We've don't seem to be getting any spark. I'm gonna pull this spark plug out, check it out. You know, everything's pretty rusty. You know, it might not be grounded right. And Jake's gonna pull the attempt to pull the magneto off, or the coil rather, and we're gonna clean it up. Let's see what we got there. Not too bad looking. It's a little frozen. Okay, pull this head off here.
And behold the carbon. Very nasty.
Yeah. She's a little crusty in there. We'll get all it cleaned up.
Rusty.
Here, push that piston up a little bit. Right there. This. Okay, we'll work on getting that cleaned up and we'll see what it looks like when we get done. Looks good inside now. Bore looks perfect in there.
I'm cleaning up the cover over here.
Okay, we'll start up by seeing if I can get this flywheel off of here. Now I was watching. See, am I deep? No? Yeah, I believe. Okay, I was told that this is supposed to be left-hand thread, so should go to the right to come off. Well, came right off there. Good deal. Okay. Now, just so everybody knows, I'm not fluent with Briggs and Stratton engines. If I get that, I can start back on there. So, this is actually a learning process for myself. Oh, yeah, I got to turn to the left. That's right. Learning process for myself on this particular machine. So, bear with me. Okay, we need a hammer. They say that you shouldn't ever have to use a puller or anything to get that flywheel off there. They say you should be able to just lightly smack that shaft and it should just pop loose. So we'll see. We'll give it another shot of PB here. Let me back this up just a little there. There. There it is. I seen it jump off there. Good deal. Key's still in there. You guys can see the key. There we get focus. Yeah. So now we can get to the points and condenser, which should be behind this plate here. And hopefully this will go pretty good as far as just cleaning. I don't know about this coil, if it's going to be in count. We'll see. You see it. We'll see. Seen worse things. There's the mastermind behind it all, standing behind me.
I had to put on my bibs and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, everything looks nice and clean in there.
It's been sealed up for years and years and years. Oh, by the way, I forgot what I was going to do out here. I was going to put some oil in these little caps.
So we'll roll this around. Yeah, I see the points. They're opening and closing like they should.
I see it too.
And we'll just clean them up a little bit. See what happens. I'm just going to use a piece of emery cloth and just kind of stick it in here. Just work it back and forth. Okay. But we'll stick it back on there and crank it over and see if we got anything. Okay, I just stuck it back together. I still got to pull it back off, put our cover back on. We're just going to test it and see if we have fire now. So I'll move you guys around this way.
Right,
Get you,
a little light that has to light up.
Get you adjusted here. Okay. And this little light here, that's what you're looking for. It's our spark plug tester. I guess theoretically you should just spin that and be able to see, but sometimes it works better if you can spin it fast. So we'll stick this rope on. This is before the days of recoil starters. We'll try to do this without knocking the camera over and all that.
Which, judging by how you are, most likely you'll knock over.
Got fire on it now.
Yep.
So I guess now we can move our attention to the carburetor.
Once we get that thing on, it'll fire it up.
I hope so. Okay, we've got everything back together. We're not using any gas. We're just going to wrap our pull cord wherever it's went to.
Oh, here it is.
Okay. We're just going to use some starting fluid and see if she'll try to hit. And if she tries to hit, then we'll go from there. Add some more, I'll add some gas to it. Don't know how the carburetor's going to do or anything. You know, we just cleaned it up. It looked pretty decent inside. We'll see what happens. We add a little bit of oil to it.
I should have already got it.
Try that again. Probably. Probably get us a fire going here in a second.
Oh, I saw smoke.
Did you see smoke?
Yeah, I saw smoke. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but I saw smoke.
I was wondering if it was smoke or if it was just vapor.
Probably smoke. See what I would see.
Then again, we need to check that plug, make sure that plug's good. Might be easier if I hook a drill to it and do this. This ain't too bad. Well, let's try something different. Reach me at 2-cycle gas.
Or
I'll just put a little bit in here. Good. I spilled it everywhere.
probably get running for a second. If it does, spark the sound like it kind of hasn't for a longer time, so it might be doing something.
I don't know. Try a few more times, then we'll check that spark plug, make sure it's working. I know we know we got spark. Well, we got fire going through the plug, but we didn't actually pull the plug out and verify that it was sparking. Plug could be bad.
I don't know if this
There it is. There it is.
I did not realize that. It was so unexpected.
That will run. What do you think about that, Jake?
Woo!
Well, now we just have to tidy up a few loose ends here, get some linkages hooked back up, and this thing will be ready to run. Well, we got to get a belt for it. Belt was shot. That's the PTO belt. So even if we get that fixed, we can't engage the blades on it. Well, that's pretty cool. Want to do it again?
No.
Oh, come on, let's do it again.
I don't want to be caught by surprise again.
Let's see. Let's put a little bit of gas. See, once it starts running, it'll get to where it'll run better. After it warms up and rings reseat and everything. But that little bit that run there, it didn't even smoke. Don't let me hit you. Probably flooded it out now. Okay. Okay, this is going to be take 2. We put a little bit of gas in the carburetor or in the gas tank. See our black tape gas tank cap. Let's see what happens here.
Now keep in mind, it will take a couple of pulls for the carburetor to suck up the gas.
Yeah. there. Let's try choking it and see what happens.
I love it.
See if I can get it to run any longer. So get it to run long enough to figure out what we need to do to it. Okay, carburetor needs a little bit of adjusting on it. It doesn't want to. That should be idle down. It doesn't want to really idle down.
I'll tell you why it's smoking so much. I tore the muffler off there that was shot.
Well, yeah, it's hard to tell how long it's been since this thing's ran. So it just burn off old grease. She's getting hot now.
So this is another one of my parts. The other guy, my dad, he's not helping right now.
I'm still here.
Yeah, he's still here, but he's not helping. We're cleaning out the oil bath air filter. Dad, if you would like to explain to them what an oil bath air cleaner does, why I'm cleaning it.
Yeah, make sure you show us how nasty it is down inside there.
Oh yeah, it's very nasty, very nasty.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, I mean, a lot of your older equipment, mowers, tractors, trucks, stuff like that, they used to use oil bath air cleaner, which is actually it's actually pretty good. That container he's got there, it has you filled up with oil all the way up to, it's got a designated line that you fill it to, and then this part here, you can see it has like a mesh type stuff inside it, so the air is actually sucked in from around this way, like as it's sitting down inside there, it's sucked down the sides and actually has to be pulled through the oil and back through the mesh and then goes down to the intake. Just an older design on how to have a filter, an air filter working. And he's going to clean that out, and we'll put some fresh oil in it and stick it back on there.
It's looking a little bit better on the inside. There's a rock in there or something. I mean, makes sense. A bunch of grass and rocks are going to be throwing up on this thing whenever it's mowing. So of course the air filter is going to get dirty. Alright, so it's looking a lot cleaner than it was before. Maybe not the cleanest, but a lot cleaner. A lot cleaner. I don't know if you guys can get the right angle on this, but yeah. Nice and clean.
Yeah, that's pretty good now.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and put a little oil on it.
Once we do that, we can screw it on. This part.
Okay. Get her cleaned up, sprayed some brake clean in it. We'll fill up the oil. Now you can see that ridge there going all the way around the side. That's the oil level. And if you look here, at least you guys can see that where it says oil level. And got arrows pointing to that ridge on the outside. So we'll go ahead and try to dump some oil on that. Should be good right there. That's all you got to put in it.
Alright, so I'm going to oil this thing up. First, I didn't notice these little caps, but might as well oil them. Get them ready to run.
Now what's those caps for? What are you oiling?
Should be on the PTO axle right here.
Yeah, that's something you don't see it on the. That's enough. See, it's already running out. It only takes like maybe 1 or 2 squirts. You don't see stuff has that anymore. This is back when they used to build stuff to last. That's good. There's one way down in there. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get to it. I can't get it on the camera either.
Some should have got in it. Alright, let's go to the other side.
Let's get a couple over here.
This one.
And the one down in there.
This one. The one that's down in there on this side. Probably a little easier to get because it's more wide open. Uh-oh.